This is the 2016 Jeep Renegade Latitude 4x4. Currently, Vader is in the shop for some maintenance, and so they loaned me this one, and I'm actually rather impressed with it. It's actually really nice to drive, and I'd like to go over a few things with you.
I'm going to start with the interior. The first thing I noticed when I got into the vehicle was the auto headlight. I love that feature in vehicles. You have all your steering wheel controls, all your controls for your temperature, and this model was a manual transmission. Now, down here is the parking brake. I personally am not too fond of this style of parking brake. This is just a button. All you have to do is lift it up if you're going to pull it into park and push it down when you are ready to release it. Without having that arm there to physically show you that the parking brake is on, I often forget that it's on or off just because it's a simple button. And so that's why this feature, to me, is not quite as good. Another feature that for me is not as good is the windows and honestly the interior design of the vehicle. This vehicle was made for someone who has very short legs and a longer upper torso. When I first got in, I had to push the seat back a ways, I had to lift it all the way up, and then I had to pull the steering wheel out to be able to reach it without having to lean forward. Now, the problem is you can't move the window operation. So I have to move forward and lean forward to be able to use the switches for the windows. Now, it's not that big of a deal, but it's still a little frustrating that it isn't right at your fingertips. The last thing I don't like about this vehicle is how close together the pedals are. As you can see in this picture, it was made for someone with very small feet. A real nice feature about this Jeep Renegade is it is an on-road vehicle, but it can go off-road. It has a four-wheel drive lock, it has an auto mode, it has a sand, mud, or snow mode that you can choose depending on where you're driving. Now on to the exterior of the car. As you can see, it still has the Jeep kind of boxy look, but it does have some more curves to it than the Jeep Wrangler. The most complaints I've had from other people is saying that they don't like this X on the backside. All in all, though, I think it's a very nice, sleek-looking Jeep. My final impression of this Jeep is it kind of grew on me. I drove it for about a month, and it drives like a sports car, but it still feels like a Jeep. So it has a really nice drive to it, and I'm really impressed with it, a lot more than I thought I would be. If you know anyone who is looking for a Jeep that is more of a sportier drive but still has the ability to do some off-road, I would say this is the Jeep for you.